So the thing I keep thinking about is, was it worth it to be happy for a little bit, even though it ended up sad? Or would it have been better if the whole thing never happened? The main thing I think about is how stupid I am. I wasted so many years being miserable because I assumed that was the only way to be.
Be your own best friend. I believe that a lot of people aren't okay with being by themselves. They aren't okay with taking themselves out for some food. They always have to go out with people because that's just the norm. That's just what you always see. You always see when people are out, they're out with other people, and people feel embarrassed to do things by themselves. And you need to be okay with being your own best friend, because at the end of the day, the only person who you really have is yourself. Yeah, people can be there for you, but nobody really knows what's going on inside of here except for you. And sometimes you don't even know what's going on inside of here. So you need to be your own best friend. You need to spend enough time with yourself to understand why you are the way that you are. Because I feel like a lot of people go into friendships and relationships not knowing who they are, not knowing why in certain situations they act like this, why when this happens they react in this sort of way, when they aren't shown enough love they leave, when somebody doesn't communicate properly with them, they don't say, oh, can you tell me how you're feeling? Can you explain to me why you did this to me? They just get up and leave. They don't even try to figure things out. And you don't know why you behave like that. And because of that, you're losing so many people in your life. So spending time by yourself and understanding why you do the things that you do, why you're wired the way that you are, and intentionally working on it, intentionally getting better. Because if you don't know who you are outside of other people, then what's gonna happen if those people leave? You're gonna be left lost. You're gonna be left not knowing what to do with yourself. So a lot of people jump from relationship to relationship to relationship because they aren't okay with being by themselves. And that can come from many different reasons. But whatever the reason that you don't want to be by yourself is, you need to face it. You need to understand that when I put my head on that pillow, it's just me. Nobody's gonna come to save me. I have to do it. I have to save myself. And being alone, being your own best friend, is one of the most important things that somebody has to learn, that somebody has to go through. Because being surrounded by people all the time and not having time to yourself, you're always going to be just a reflection of other people. The way you talk, the things you value, the way you dress, everything is just gonna be a reflection of somebody else, not who you are. So take some time to be by yourself and accepting who you are. Because I feel like a lot of people don't want to be by themselves because it's embarrassing, or they feel like they're not enough. They always spend time with people for their validation. And I'm not saying that companionship and friendship is not important. I think that it's one of the most important things, because you can't live on your own. People are not meant to live by themselves. You need a village, and without other people in the village, you wouldn't survive. You need all different sorts of people. You need someone who hunts, someone who cooks, someone who builds shelters, a healer. You need so many different kinds of people, but you need to spend time by yourself and figure out, who am I? What do I add to the community? What do I add to the village? Because if everybody was a hunter, who would build the houses? Who would cook the food? Who would take care of the wounded? So figuring out who you are outside of other people, and understanding what you give to them, what you can input. Because a lot of people try to mimic and become people they're not, people who are around them. And I'm not saying it's bad to get influenced by the people around you. People around you can have such a positive effect on you. But it comes to a certain point, like somebody close to you has this nice pair of jeans and you really like them, so you get the same ones just in a different color or something. That's perfectly fine. That's not affecting who you are as a person. And if you really like them, then it's good, because friends and people are supposed to help you, supposed to show you new things, but not forgetting who you really are deep down. So be you, be authentic, and understand that it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to be alone. But don't think that you have to do it alone, because people will be there for you the best they can, but you can't blame people for not showing up when you need them the most. You can't blame somebody for that. So understanding that, at the end of the day, it's just me, and not holding grudges against those who aren't always there for you, because they are still doing their best. They still have their own problems. So being okay by yourself, knowing who you really are outside of other people. So I encourage everybody to do things by themselves, to go on a solo walk, take yourself out for some food, go see a movie by yourself, and not to feel embarrassed. Like when you see people and they see you by yourself, they're like, oh, this person's a loser, they have no friends, whatever. Not caring what they think. Being content with who you are. So I hope this could help. I hope you're doing well. And I'll see you in the next one.